Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. And today we're going digging around in the old family photo album, and that is because Meghan's cousin, Shaun Johnson, has suddenly appeared on the front page of the Daily Mail with a sit-down chat with the Daily Mail reporter, going through the old family photo album and digging up photos of Meghan in her childhood, her, to quote, idyllic childhood, according to Shaun Johnson. Shows photos of her on holiday in Hawaii, at Disneyland, and of course she went on holiday overseas. She was pictured outside Buckingham Palace with her friend, and so it shows quite a privileged childhood. And of course she also went to private school. Privileged childhood, a happy childhood, according to this cousin. I want to know what's going on, and I think lots of people want to know what's going on. Why has this cousin, estranged cousin, they haven't spoken to each other for 20 years apparently, according to him, why has he decided now is the time to reveal these family photos and her idyllic childhood, very far from the image that she painted of herself struggling, having to go out and earn her keep at the age of 13, struggling to afford Sizzler salad bar meals in that letter she wrote when they were talking about time off, family leave and all that stuff. She portrayed her childhood as deprived, struggling. Shaun Johnson depicting it quite differently. He was very flattering about her, had star quality, very nice. Nothing negative to say about her, but it was just rather interesting. So I have Grimalkin's Curious Cats Tarot on the tarot table for this one, because I am curious to know why this estranged cousin has come out now to reveal these photos and depict Meghan's childhood as really quite blissful. And what's going on? What's with the timing? How does he really feel about her, and how does she feel about this? Some people are speculating that maybe the timing is to counteract the bad press that Harry got in the UK. I don't really think so, so I'm not going to dig into that, suspicions around that. I'm more interested in what the Daily Mail is up to with timing, because I have seen in my readings lately that the Daily Mail or British media know all about Meghan and her past, her true past, and are playing a bit of a cat and mouse game with her now that one particular court case is out of the way. That's my feeling, and let's remind you that this is all just tarot for fun and entertainment. It is all just speculation, my opinion. I just read energy here, archetypal energy, and there is of course a disclaimer in the box below. So we're going to know, why is he doing it? Is it about the money? Is it about a bit of a clapback? Because Meghan of course ghosted his father. That was Uncle Joseph Johnson. He was very good to Meghan as far as I can figure things out, and then he died a couple of years ago. Not a word from Meghan, no invite to the wedding, all of that. So maybe it's a little bit of family clapback about that. Who knows? So we want to know why. We want to know why now. What's up with the Daily Mail and the timing of this? We want to know how he really feels about Meghan. He was all praise and how lovely she was, and the light in the room and all this kind of stuff. Really? And then we want to know how Meghan might feel about the family that she's done her best to ignore, right out of her life. How she feels about this story coming out now. And then we're going to look at her past in the next reading, dig around a bit in that quite complex family and see how she really experienced her childhood. That's next. This is now. And now we have Queen of Swords in reverse. That says that's an ouch energy as our underlying energy, Queen of Swords. That's not loving. That's not fond memories energy, not at all. It's the bee with an itch, as I call her here. And when she's in reverse, very cold, very cutting, could be her energy as perceived by the family, because the family on that side of the family tree ghosted half blood relatives to Doria. As far as I can figure out, Granny Jeanette Johnson had Joseph Johnson and then remarried and had Doria Ragland. That's how it seems to go, for those of you who are interested in who fits in where. So Doria's half-brother, Joseph Johnson, Megan didn't bother to acknowledge his passing. This could be their view of her as rather cold, quite happy to ghost people that are no longer useful to her. The Queen of Swords in reverse. I think that is what's going on with that card there, but we're going to test it because we want to know how he really feels about her. As I say, he was all praise in the article. So what's the situation? What's going on here? We have the Six of Swords in reverse. You can't shake off your past. Shake the dust from your feet and disappear. That is the Six of Swords upright, is leaving, going, putting distance between yourself and a situation that was difficult, and particularly mentally difficult, that there was mental conflict around with the Six of Swords, that she found it difficult. Perhaps her family on that side of the family didn't represent the kind of family that she thought she was aspiring to. I don't know, I'm just speculating. As I say, this is all speculation, all my opinion. I'm just looking at energy. Six of Swords in reverse tells me that if she thought that she'd shaken them off, the family on that side, well, all the family, the only one still that she has anything to do with is her mother Doria, interestingly, then no, she can't just shake them off and ignore them and put them behind her and walk away. They're still there. And I think this is very much a reminder that they are still there. She might do a bit of humanitarian work. Look at me in Canada and all my fancy clothes. Very expensive clothes, itemized also in the Daily Mail today. Somebody reminding her of her roots and where she came from. And as I say, that they are still around. So let's have a look. That is the story that's at the heart of this reading. Six of Swords in reverse. Let's see from his point of view, energetically. Megan's cousin or half cousin, or however you describe it in genealogical terms, I don't know. Why is he doing this? Is it about the money? Is it about clapback? What's it about? That's an interesting card. King of Cups. Because who is that? That's Thomas Markle, the King of Cups. And I don't think Thomas Markle sat down and said, oi, dig up some photos, or I can pull these out of the family photo album and send them to you, and you can get the Daily Mail on the phone and have a look. It's interesting. I don't know what sign his dad was. Joseph Johnson, he might have been a water sign man. It's possible that it's about Thomas Markle, for sympathy for Thomas Markle, as support for Thomas Markle, to show, look, we have the evidence that you had a happy childhood. Your dad loved you. You were happy, privileged. If there's a shadow over Thomas Markle that's waiting to fall when he shuffles off this mortal coil, as some people suspect, that Megan might have certain tricks up her sleeve, shall we just say. Lady C has alluded to that. I've read on it in the past. Things she might have told Harry that made Harry very angry with Thomas Markle and refused ever to have anything to do with him. There's a part of this card, this King of Cups, that is saying to me, the family is saying, hey, we have evidence that you had a happy childhood and that Thomas really loved you, and it was all above board, shall we just say. This is my speculation, of course, for legal reasons. Could also be his own dad. That he's coming out and he's saying, this is for my father. I don't know what his relationship was like with his father, but turned into a duchess and managed to ignore the uncle who was a very important part of her life at some stage. Heartless. If you want a heartless Queen of Swords, there it is. So that's why I'm not getting money changing hands, although very likely there was some money that changed hands. But this is more about emotion. Emotion towards older men, mature men, father figures with the King of Cups. People who were very supportive emotionally, very loyal, very kind. How about why now? What should we be suspicious of the timing? Daily Mail up to tricks. Is he up to tricks? Ace of Swords. Yes, we should be suspicious of the timing. It is the yes card. Ace of Swords when it's upright. Yes. This is a declaration. That is what the Ace of Swords is. It's notice. You think that you can get away with this, Six of Swords. You can leave these people behind you. You can kick over the traces of your past and be this cruel and reinvent your past and re-describe it so that you cast certain people in a villainous light. No, you can't. This is notice. And I think it's notice from the Daily Mail and from certain members of her family that they have evidence. They have their own memories. They have things to counter whatever she might be claiming or whatever she has claimed up until now, whatever she might be planning to claim in the future. It's very much for me a declaration of intent with this Ace of Swords. And I feel it as a threat. I have to say that. That's the energy that's coming through. For me, this is a warning. Maybe a warning is a better word than threat. Threat is a dangerous word legally. So let's take that back and let's call it a warning. This is a warning shot. We know the truth. The Ace of Swords is all about the truth. It's about truth telling. So, how does Shaun Johnson really feel about his cousin, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex? Three of Cups in reverse. No love lost there. Could be worse. It really could be worse. But this is a falling out card. Three of Cups in reverse. We're once friends, we're once close, now no longer. And he feels it painfully. It's an interesting energy that it's come out as cups, because other cards, many other cards could have come out in that position. But that is the celebrate and happy times card. And he is very clear in this article, in his comments to the Daily Mail, that they had happy times. The family used to get together in California, spend holidays together. It was all lovely. Those were happy memories of his. Three of Cups, but it's now in reverse. So those happy family times are now tarnished. And definitely they are not close. Definitely he doesn't feel warm, fuzzy feelings towards her, shall we just say. As I say, it could be much worse. It could be death, the Tower, Ten of Swords, Three of Swords, any of those things. But cousins, they were close when they were little. They grew apart as they grew older. But there's something in here that wrinkles, something in here that hurts, because we are getting cups in this reading, along with the swords. How does Meghan feel about this suddenly appearing on the front page of the Daily Mail after what she would have perceived as a very successful 3 days in Canada, where she had a TV crew following her around? She was dressed in very fancy clothes. She was looking adoringly at Prince Harry. It was all about her, all about him. How does she feel now that this has happened? Three of Wands in reverse, also a 3. It's about things that have withered and died, the Three of Wands. So this isn't devastating, Upright, it's waiting, it's optimistic, it's expansive energy. Things are going to grow and thrive. Partnerships, joint ventures, things like that are on their way to prosperity and creativity and excitement. In reverse, whatever it was there between them has withered and died on the vine. So that is Three of Wands in reverse. They're dead to her. It's not a big card. It's not the Tower. It's not anything like that. She's like, just like, I don't know those people. Who? I don't know them. Just like she was with Samantha. I don't know her. She denied her. Very biblical, isn't it? To deny someone 3 times. It's no, they mean nothing to me. I barely knew them. They had nothing to do with me. It's that kind of energy. And in that, on that curve, that spectrum, whatever, continuum of NPD, that particular personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder that some people speculate Megan has. I'm not diagnosing. I'm not an expert psychologist, mental health expert. But if she's on there somewhere, and we all have certain tendencies, but if she's on there in a more serious way, they are quite capable of reimagining their past relationships, their family dynamics, rewriting them, reinventing them, reimagining them, writing people out of scenarios, denying people. It's part of the package. If you've ever been in a relationship with one of them, or you are in a family dynamic or a work dynamic with one of them, this is quite common in my personal experience and from what I have read and watched and researched around the topic, just for my own personal reasons, to try and understand my own situation with one in particular. That's quite normal. But we're going to look into this in the next reading. We're going to look at her past family dynamics as she experienced them, and also as she described them to Harry. So thanks for watching this one. I hope to see you over there.